Hello. What day is today? It is Thursday. It is the middle of April. I think it's the 18th. Yes, it's the 18th of April. And I'm getting ready to ship out my Dodgy bag to my Dodgy Bag buddy. And I don't know when I'm posting this video because I'm not going to post it till after she receives it, but I have to show you. So the Dodgy Bag Make-Along is hosted, my brain just went blank. Starry Eyes Allie and Crochet Luna. Did I do that right? I'll put their names on the screen. And I participated in it last year and I had a lot of fun. I love making bags. And the name came from Dodgy, meaning, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. And so I take that as, even though I love making bags and I use patterns and sometimes I make it up myself, I'm releasing the idea of perfection, and it also gives me freedom to maybe try some new things. So what I did today is I took a pattern by Rosie. I'm gonna have to put her pattern up on the screen also. Rosie found it on YouTube, and I think it's the Easy Clear pouch. Easy Clear Easy. I'm gonna put up, gosh, I'm not prepared. Okay, I only have a few minutes because I have to take my dog to the vet, but I just finished and I'm gonna put this in the mail, so I need to show you before I leave. All right, are you ready? Here it is. I'll put everything in the notes and up on the screen so you can find. I made a couple adaptations to the pattern. I've used the pattern before. I personally struggled with the pattern because binding zippers on vinyl is hard for me. I'm not saying it's a bad pattern because it's not a bad pattern. It's a good pattern. I struggled with it. I've made the pouch like 5 times and I feel like I had to find a workaround. Let me show you the pouch, then I'll show you the workaround. You ready? I'm really, really happy with it. I'm really, really happy with how this pouch came out. I'm not gonna lie. Let me zip it up. Here's the back. Look at the paisley, the pop of those roses. The clear vinyl has these, balls of yarn and crochet hooks, which I think my buddy, my Dodgy Mal buddy is gonna love. I used yarn fabric for the binding because, it's a crochet. Usually most bags are used for yarn projects. These, the Make-Along was started, again, for project bags that are generally used for yarn-based projects, whether they be knitting or crochet. My buddy happens to do crochet. And it's a good bag. It has a little bit of a fold in the bag. It's only about 1.5 inches. So it opens up to 3 inches. I kind of wish I'd made that a little wider, made it a wider base, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, so the pattern from Rosie, great pattern. Again, what I did differently. So she uses a firmer stabilizer in the exterior fabric. I did not because I felt like this bag didn't really need to be super firm. So is that a regret? Maybe, because now the front is more firm because of the vinyl than the back. The back's very smushy. I don't know if that's a regret or not, but just something to note that it's much more smooshy in the back, but it still stands up. Can you see that? Let's see if I can kind of tip you down. See, it still stands up nicely. And because the vinyl is giving it plenty of structure as is, and that base opens up, and once things are in it, it'll open up it'll sit even nicer. What did I do? I added this fabric at the top of the vinyl. So her pattern has the vinyl come up to the top and then the zipper gets attached right here at the top. So I added I put 2 inches of fabric. So I have basically 1 inch of fabric showing once you take into account seam allowance into the vinyl and binding. I put the binding on around the entire top of the bag before, bring you back to me. I put the binding on around the entire top of the bag before I added the zipper. She doesn't do it that way, I don't think. I think she adds the binding after the zipper. I find it easier to get a cleaner finish. It's still difficult. Binding this kind of zipper on top is still always a challenge. But it was fine. It was fine. I used a pre-made binding that I purchased. I usually make my own binding, but there's this company I just found. Hold on, the baggies right here. So the Satin Bee little shop on Instagram that I found, and I bought a whole bunch of pre-made binding because who wants to take the time to make binding when you can buy adorable binding for a really good price? And they had this fabric. The only difference is I usually do my bias binding folded in half and then go over, and they do their bias binding. Let me show you. Like this, where this is a bit more traditional in general, where you have it folded into the center like that. That's how they do it, and it's beautiful. They do a beautiful job, but it's just not the way I typically do mine because I'm lazy, I guess. And I usually just fold my bias binding completely in half, so I don't have that second fold. So it would be like this, and then I would wrap it around, like I would sew it here and then wrap this fold around. So it's just something to get used to because this actually gives me a wider binding than what I normally get. So I probably should have set my zipper down a little further because you can see my zipper teeth and my binding are very close to one another. It's fine. It still works. That's all that matters. The bag still zips and it's adorable. I included this little kitty cat. This was Okla Roots. The zipper, I'm pretty sure, is Zipper Valley. The fabric, I got it So Hungry Hippie. Well, the flower. This fabric was So Hungry Hippie. The blue on the inside was Cali Quilt Co. Like I said, the binding was the Satin Bee. Trying to think what else. I have my little tag at the top. Always be crafting. So, and the yarn, I'm pretty sure this was also Zipper Valley. Pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure that was a Zipper Valley purchase. So, and the other thing I added that's not in, two more things I added that's not in the pattern. I added a grab handle on the outside here. The way Rosie has the pattern written is to attach like a wristlet to your zipper pull. Both are fine options. This is just what I chose to do. And then on the inside, because it's a bag for, making your goodies, I added in a O-ring here. You can see it opens and closes. Boop, ba, doop, ba, doop. So as she does a project, she can have her yarn coming up through the ring so she can keep the ball or cake or whatever she's using inside the bag. She can do her project and then she can unclip it and go when she's ready. So that is another little thing I added for convenience and hopefully usability. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cute bag. I think she's going to like it. I hope she's going to like it. I'm really excited to put it in the mail today. So speaking of, I have to get it packaged because I have to leave in like 10 minutes to take my dog to the vet and then go to the post office. So yeah, don't know when I'm posting this, but like I said, I made it, I finished it, and it is April 18th. So maybe this will be posted in May. I have no idea when this will be posted, but hope all is well in the world, and thanks for watching. Bye. Hello, I'm back. It's May. Specifically, it's, where are we? Right there. It's May 5th. It's Sunday, May 5th. And I'm happy to say that my Dodgy Bag Make-Along buddy received her bag and she loved it. Yay! And I'm happy to show you that I received my Dodgy Bag Make-Along bag from my buddy. And look what she made me. Isn't that adorable? I told her, she's like, well, what kind of colors do you like? I'm like, all the colors. And look. I have never seen this fabric and I love it. It's carousel horses. Isn't that beautiful? It is a great, it's like just such a great size. But wait a minute, she didn't just make me a bag. Oh, no, no, no. She included 1, 2 skeins of yarn and a beautiful bar of soap. And she included stickers with Care Bears and teddy bears. And I love it so much. And then I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I love the bag I made. I'm really, really proud of the bag I made for her. But all I did was send her a bag. And I know she likes it. She said she loves it. But then I was like, but I didn't give her any gifts. I just made the bag. And now I feel like, that's not fair. She gave me all this amazing stuff. That's not fair. She needs more. And then I remembered, but wait, I did get some stuff for free. So it feels only right that I should share the wealth, right? So I was at one of my favorite fabric stores. Okay, let me tell you a short story. There was some major interstate trauma that happened a couple days ago here where I live. And basically there's a huge traffic accident, created an enormous amount of like terrible traffic. No one was hurt. It did not involve any people getting hurt. Number one, awesome. But it closed down a major interstate during rush hour. And all the roads got backed up, and all the truckers, all those like 18-wheeler truckers were like looking for alternate routes, and they started going on roads they didn't fit on, and they started blocking up all the like little surface roads where all the little cars were like, oh no, we can't get through because now all these big rigs are on our roads and we're trying to go where we need to go. And it was already rush hour, so everyone's trying to go where they need to go. And I got stuck in the middle of that because I was trying to take my son to school, and his school is like 4 towns away. It's usually like if there's no traffic, like if I can just go and follow the speed limit, if I can just go, then it's like about a 35-minute drive. So it's already a little bit of a commute for us to get him to school. It took me over an hour to get him to school. And when I dropped him off to turn around to come home, or actually not even to come home, to go to work, I was driving, or not driving, I was like in a parking lot essentially on all the back roads trying to get to work. And almost an hour and a half into that part of the drive, I was like, I'd already told work I was going to be late. But after an hour and a half, I'm like, I'm not going to make it at all because my son has a half day of school, and I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get back to him. I was only like halfway from his school because traffic had just been building and building and building. So anyways, once I said I'm not coming into work, and I turned around and I got back to his school, now I'm back at his school, and I still have about an hour to, not kill, I hate that expression, but I had about an hour before he was going to be out of school. And not very far from his school is one of my favorite fabric stores. And now at this point, I'm like, well, I'm far enough away from the traffic. I can go pop into this wonderful quilt shop and pop back and get back in time for him to pick him up. And I never get to go because I never have time to just go shopping. So I only go to this quilt shop maybe 2 times a year, maybe 3 times a year, because I just never have the time. I love it. The people are wonderful, but I really just never have the time or opportunity to go. So I'm like, I guess I now have the opportunity to go to this shop. And they have a bin that they call their $8 bin. Now, this is high quality cotton, quilt cotton. Usually high quality quilt cotton runs from anywhere from $13 to $16 a yard. And this is their $8 a yard bin. So this is fabric that's usually been out for maybe 2 years already. Usually it's a little bit older, and maybe they're finishing off a bolt. It might be the last yard on the bolt. So they fold it up and they put it in their $8 bin. And I'm looking through the bin and I find 3 of like my favorite fabrics from one of my favorite designers. I'm like, oh my gosh, either I've used up all this fabric and I don't have it anymore, or I never got this print when it was new 2 years ago, whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to get these 3. And then I saw the sign, because I'd forgotten, buy 3, get 1 free. So I'm like, I get free fabric. So I picked up another yard for free. Sorry, it's total chaos over here. So I'm going to show you the fabric I got for free because I was buying the other fabric that I love. And I think I'm going to have to make another little bag for my Dodgy Bag MAL partner with my free fabric because it's just so stinking cute. Here's my free fabric. I know you're like, but it's just polka dots, Natasha. But wait, look closely. It looks like it's been knitted. It looks like it's been knitted. I mean, come on. Right? I could make a little bag out of this. And this is the last bag. And also one of her favorite colors is blue. So that feels appropriate. That feels appropriate to make a blue polka dot bag that looks like it could have been knitted. Anyways, I'm going to use that fabric. I'm going to raid my stash. And since the last bag I made her had a zipper, I'm going to make her a drawstring bag. And I'm only going to use things in my stash because let's look around. I've got plenty of stash. So this will basically be a free bag, right? But wait, there's more. And one of my dear friends who I did theater with for many years, she recently retired and moved to be closer to her son and her grandchildren. And she had a box of yarn. And she said, I'm downsizing. I'm moving down. I'm leaving my house, downsizing into like a small apartment. I don't do knitting and crochet anymore. I'm going to keep some of my good stuff, but I have too much yarn. Can I give it to you? And she gave me a box of beautiful yarn. And I'm like, this is more yarn than even I need right now. So I'm going to go into that box and I'm going to pick something nice for my buddy because she picked nice things for me. And that was so nice of her. And I'm blown away by that kindness. And I'm not going to feel guilty about sending her a second bag because it was basically free. Free fabric, free yarn. Why can't I share the wealth, right? I've been gifted and now I'm going to pay it forward to my Dodgy Bag MAL buddy because, come on, she spoiled me with this bag. And those carousel horses, come on, those are so cute. So I will turn the camera around after I clean up my mess and I will make a drawstring bag and I'll let you watch me make a drawstring bag. So if you've never made a drawstring bag, you can see how to make a drawstring bag. So it'll like be a little mini tutorial as well. Sound good? Thank you so much. See you soon. I am so mad. I recorded myself, sorry about the camera angle. I recorded myself cutting out the fabric and then I turned the camera and I thought I recorded myself sewing the fabric, but when I went to look at my footage, I did not record myself sewing the fabric. So it's not a tutorial. So I'm going to edit this in some way. I don't know what, but if I left in the part where I said I'm going to show you a tutorial, then I'm going to leave in this part that I'm saying right now about being mad that I'm not giving you a tutorial because I can't. Without the sewing part, it's not a tutorial. Would you like to see the bag I just made? Like, abracadabra. There it is. So I used that adorable knit look fabric with the pom-poms. I found this Dr. Seussy kind of fabric. These were, can you see these boxes? These are jelly rolls. I have 1, 2, there's one behind that one, 3 boxes of jelly rolls. They are 2.5 inch wide by width of fabric pre-cuts. It's a great way to get pre-cuts if you don't know what you want to do and you want to get your hands on some fabric that you're not exactly sure what you want to do with it. I'm very tired because after that whole chaos of all the driving with the traffic the other day where I got to go buy fabric, which was awesome, I then had to drive 5 hours to pick my son up at college, help him move out of his dorm, and then drive another 5 hours back. So I'm really tired. And as you can hear, I still have allergies. And I still like worked the other days after the traffic, because traffic was Thursday. I still worked Friday and then drove up and then drove back. And then I worked this morning. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. So yes, but let's get back to the bag. Look at this cute bag. It's so cute. All right. And on the inside, so this fabric, this blue cotton fabric, I interfaced with just a non-woven light interfacing to give it a little extra body. And then on the inside, I had this home decor fabric. So it's like a heavier weight. I did not interface that fabric because again, it's already heavier, but it's, look how cute it is. It's all scissors. Isn't that fun? I thought that'd be fun. I thought that was fun. So I added a little D-ring on this side in case she wants to hang any stitch markers and a little grab handle. All that's left is to add the string to go through to make it a drawstring. Because you need string and a drawstring. Yeah. So I guess that's my next step. I might choose ribbon. I might go ahead and just choose ribbon because ribbon is easy. I'm going to choose ribbon. I'm going to go get some ribbon. Please stand by. I'm back. Not that you noticed. Ribbon. I'm going to use, I have something called a bodkin. My spinning organizer was a little chaotic, so I apologize. Here we go. So, ribbon, bodkin. Now, bodkin, you could, if you don't have a bodkin or a threader, they also have this kind of thing, which is a threader. If you don't have one of these, use a safety pin or a bobby pin. Bobby pin can work, but can also let you down. Safety pins hold on, but you're poking a hole in your ribbon, which is fine for most ribbon, but you never know. What else could you use? Get creative. I mean, there are so many different things. Anyways, when you have the right tool for the job, you use the right tool and it makes you happy. So I'm using my bodkin and I take one end of my ribbon and this thing opens up like an alligator clip. So you clip it on, pinch it down, and now it's really holding on tight. And I thread it in.
Terribly exciting right now. And across to my other side. So you want to make sure it's long enough to be open, right? To be open. Alright, so you want it long enough. Go ahead and cut off the other end.
Okay. Now go ahead and get another ribbon. Open up your bodkin. Okay. Now, the trick with this one is you have to put it in the same side as the second side you just went in. So the same side as the loop right here. So it's going in. Now this is where the loop is. You don't want to put it in where the ends are. You already have ends on this side. You're going to need ends on this side. So
feed the bodkin on down. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more careful about not letting my ribbon twist. Because twisted ribbon is just annoying. It's just annoying. Who wants twisted ribbon if you don't have to have twisted ribbon, right? Alright. Trust me, that's what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Feed the bodkin back through. Here it is. It's coming out the other side. Pretty easily, not too bad. Okay. Success! It has gone through. I have ribbons on each end now. Even up. Alright. Now I have to decide. Do I want it to be? Look at that.
It's a drawstring. It works! Huzzah! All right, now I have to decide, how do I want to finish my ribbon? Do I want to have it tied in a knot, a much neater knot than that? Or do I want to finish my ribbon with like an end, something on the end to make it pretty, like fabric? So I used the last of my balloon fabric, so my accent fabric. I can't use any more of that, though that would have been pretty. I have options to use, the blue fabric, got plenty of that, Or I can use the scissor fabric. I got plenty of that. What am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna do that. All right, so I'm gonna make sure it's open as far as it'll open. It is completely open, and I'm gonna take it to my sewing machine, and all I'm gonna do is sew the ribbons together, and then I will cut them, burn them. Yes, I will burn them. So I'm going to lay my ribbons on top of each other. You know what, I'm just gonna do it, and then I'm gonna show you. So imagine for a second if it's short and ends right there. How do I feel about that? Making decisions. Oh my gosh. Stop showing your mess. Stop showing the world what a mess you have back there. Oh my golly. I am a mess. Do you see my skin? I'm like full of allergies. I'm a mess. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my ribbon. And if I don't like it, I can just cut it out and do it again, right? If I don't like it, it's just ribbon. I will cut it out and I will do it again. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. This is a dodgy bag. This is a dodgy bag, and it's okay if it's actually dodgy. You know, I'm so hard on myself. I'm always so hard on myself. I'm always like such a perfectionist. And the reason I did the dodgy bag make along was because I was like, Natasha, you have to let go of this need for perfection because nobody's perfect. Nothing's perfect. And when you just let yourself explore and have fun, good things happen, you know? Allow for, what's it called? Serendipity. Allow for serendipity to have a chance to come visit. So there we go. All right, I did one. Let's see if you can see. So I did like this little V there because they, you know, they kind of crisscross when they come out. They did a little crisscross. And I sewed them right down the middle, and then I trimmed them, and I burnt them with my lighter. I always have a lighter, because it's all, this kind of ribbon is, I don't know if it's acetate or it's some kind of plastic anyways. Let's see what it says. It is, does it say? It doesn't say what it's made out of, but it does say store in shadow and far away from fire and avoid direct sunlight. So that kind of makes me laugh because I am setting it on fire. I think you have to avoid fire because it burns. It burns. It burns. My darlings, it burns. All right. I got lots of extra ribbon here. All right. So now I got to try to make the same V. I got to try to match them. I don't know. I did too. Okay, there it is. They kind of match. They're kind of the same V. Anyways, pull it closed, and she has a little bag. So, shall I go grab the box of yarn? Why not, right? All right, I'll be right back. I grabbed the bag of the bar. I grabbed the box of yarn. I'm crooked again. Oh my gosh. I gotta fix myself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, Natasha. Okay. Bag buddy Jackie, you gotta tell me, do you already have this? Do you? It's like, it's Super Grover, and I know that you love Grover. Do you already have this kit? I'm assuming it came with a pattern at one point. I don't know what the pattern is, but I think it has to come to you. And if you already have it, I'm sorry, but as soon as I opened this box and I saw this, I said, oh my gosh, I think you're gonna love that. So that's going in the bag. How cute is that? All right, I'm gonna give you one more. Oh my God, this box. It's just so much. It's so much. It's so much. Now, I just became acquainted. So I didn't tell you. Did I tell you? Did I tell you? My Dodgy Bag MAL buddy, her name is Jackie, and her handle is Crochetedy. And I'm going to put that on the screen. If I haven't put it on the screen already, I'm putting it on the screen now. And if I did put it on the screen already, maybe I'll put it on again. Maybe you need another introduction to Jackie. She's lovely. I just became acquainted with her maybe a month ago. And of course, as soon as I found her YouTube channel, I watched one video to kind of say, oh, who is this person? Let me get a feel for her style. I fell in love with her. And I'm like, yes, I will subscribe to your channel right away. So I hope you do too, because she is hilarious. And I think from what I've seen that, she loves blues. And I've got some fabulous blues in this box, but she loves color in general. She loves everything in the 80s. She's just a blast. So I think another thing that's coming your way, I think this might be your style, is it says Jeans Splash. Yarn Art Jeans Splash. Is this your style? Because this looks pretty cool. I don't know what you could do with it exactly with one little spool. It's 50 grams, but I know you could do something fabulous with it. I know you could. So I think that's going to come to you too. All right. And it's cotton, if you like cotton. So those are the two things I am putting in. So you have Super Grover and you have that Jean Splash, and you're getting another bag. There it is. And I'm going to try to take it to the post office tomorrow, Monday, May 6th. I don't know when I'm posting this video because I have to edit it now. And I'm very tired, if you haven't noticed. So who knows? Maybe you'll see this video before you receive your package. And if you do, it's coming for you. All right. Everyone else, thank you for watching, and go subscribe to Jackie's channel. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you liked what you saw, please give it a thumbs up. Tell your friends, and thank you for being here. I look forward to making more things and maybe making a real tutorial someday where I turn the camera on. That would be amazing if I turn the camera on. All right. Thanks again. Bye-bye.